All right. What's up, Buff Nation? What's up, Buff Nation? What's up, Dion Nation? What's up, Prime, Coach Prime Nation? I am Mark Clark, and we're heading into week number 4, and the magic continues after a tremendous loss at Oregon, where Colorado could do nothing. Coach Prime said it best. He said, we played like trash. And, only he really knows, only they really know. As fans, I think we all thought there could be a miracle, maybe. But the reality is this is quite a leap for this team that has captured the world's attention. They faced a powerful foe at Oregon and even face a greater foe at home at USC. What are they, number 3? I don't even know what the rating is right now. But so I feel like on the field, we may see much of the same. Much of the same, meaning a Colorado team that has a huge heart, has great coaching, has players who want it, who's some dogs, but I feel, they're overmatched. But like Coach Prime says, it's just a matter of time. Oh, that portal is popping. And what Prime is doing is bigger than football. So I'm no longer fighting with anybody. You know what I mean? I got friends, family members, close family members who don't like or believe or have a certain issue with Coach Prime. And I'm no longer fighting. I'm no longer advocating. It is what it is at this point. I think what he's doing this is a moment. That's why I'm so excited about it. I think the people who don't get it and don't get why this kind of thing is happening, I don't think they don't understand, or they're not tapped into what those of us who do get it are feeling. And I'm not trying to say if you don't get it that that you're behind or whatever. I'm not saying that. I guess what I'm saying is, as a father, I think this is what it is. As a Black man and as a father who did not have a father figure, or I had my uncles, but I didn't have a real father in my life. I think Dion's, and not the Dion that everybody sees in commercials necessarily, or the Dion that people see on the surface, but those of us who've been following the journey, thanks to his son and Well-Off Media and the different blogs, channels, platforms that are out there capturing this journey, I think what Coach Prime's tapped into is the human element of leadership, of love, of family, with young men who many of them, like myself, did not have that male leadership in the household. Some cases not in the neighborhood. Some cases not any time. And so, what he's amazing at doing, in addition to Coach Prime being one of the greatest athletes of his generation, in addition to being, when you talk about marketing and sports, he brought the game to the game. That's something that sounds like something he would say, but he brought the game to the game. And that's facts, as the kids say. And many of the things that he does and that he's doing, he is bringing the game to the game, and that's facts. What am I talking about? When you're looking at all of the celebrities that are coming out to Colorado today on tap, LeBron, Jay-Z, Will Ferrell, already they got the wrestlers in town, and world's strongest man and Olympian Mark Henry spoke to the team this week. So this does not happen anywhere else. He's bringing the game to the game. And I was thinking about it. So Colorado, and so many people on the surface, and it's funny because it kind of speaks to how we process what we see, how we can see the same thing and process it differently. So remember the early conversations, it was about the money. oh, he just wants the money. He's just trying to get paid. He just wants the money. Now, anybody that says that obviously is talking from a perspective of they're not invested in watching these videos or watching these practice sessions or watching these before game speeches and everyday speeches and interaction. You know what I mean? That's somebody who just knows Deion from television and it's like, oh, he just wants the money, he just wants attention. Now, then there's those who are who didn't necessarily like him leaving HBCUs, but they understand who he is. They just feel a certain way because they felt like, wow, this could have been at our HBCUs. This could have been, why not pour into our HBCUs? So their beef isn't necessarily really with Deion necessarily. It's with the fact that they wished he had used this, had built this at the HBCUs. I get it. I understand, right? Then you have those probably like me who are all on board with everything. You watched every video, you found out about the past and the fact that he's been coaching these kids forever. You watched the reality show back in the day. You're watching this reality show that is Colorado Buzz football right now. You know, all in. You know, we're seeing blown away, sitting there crying. Yes, crying, watching the Mark Henry's world's strongest man, Olympian, considered probably one of the strongest men of his generation, talking to these kids, not about sports, not about football, about mental health. Okay, Mark Henry's talking to them about mental health and then introducing their mental health help if they're on the team and they're feeling the pressure and they need mental health. And then introducing the mental health gentleman that he worked with, who worked with pro athletes over the years. So ain't nobody doing this. Nobody has the cachet to do what Deion's doing. Nobody has the money, cachet, influence, and history with the kids. And so it's a one-on-one. Ain't nobody else going to do it like this. We're watching a special moment in time. Now, what I think is interesting is, so like I said, this week, LeBron, Jay-Z, Will Ferrell, every week more celebrities come out. I mean, I am interested. You know, there was a story this week. Somebody said Deion deserves what, 166 million or whatever, a 10-year deal. I doubt if you take a 10-year deal. I mean, why? Why would you limit your opportunity? But it is interesting to see what Deion will do. You know, is he going to make Colorado? Is he going to stay there for the next few years, at least till his kids get through? But he's going to stay there and build it up, you know, and make it the epicenter, or is he going to, you know, stay there for a year and a half or two? Get his kids out of there and then go somewhere else, take the whole machine somewhere else, because the reality is the world is his oyster. You know what I mean? He can have after this, he'll have any gig he wants. Now, some institutions do not want to bring this show to their school. Some don't, but that's very few, because here's the part. There's a shift in college football, because just like his son, Shador, allegedly, and I've seen, I see the different numbers, is probably the highest paid NIL athlete. And any kid who is a superstar, who is a D1 5-star player, is looking at this saying, I don't even have to play pro. If I can get to Colorado and get this NIL number, you know what I'm saying, the money, then why not? You know what I mean? And who better than the man who brought the game to the game? So that's what's going on. And so the fact that Shador makes more money on that NIL deal than Caleb Williams, Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams, says everything you need to know. Well, he's going to face him. Let's hop into the game. So USC at Colorado. It's going to be a madhouse. It's going to be a madhouse. Colorado is an underdog with a 21.5-point underdog. Very few people are expecting Colorado to win. People want to see them be competitive. People want to see if they can, what they look like after a devastating loss where they did not win a damn thing. They didn't win in the trenches. They didn't win on defense. They didn't win on offense. They didn't even do anything on offense. they didn't bust a grape anywhere. And that's what the coach said, which was refreshing, because you never see coaches just come on and say that. He said, we played like hot garbage, okay? So basically no wins in that last contest. Now you're facing a team that's even higher ranked in USC. And so do we think that they're going to come out with a victory? I do not. I believe I'm on board, though. I'm all the way on board. I'm excited about this game because we'll get a chance to see how they respond after a devastating loss. I don't even say devastating because their coach puts it in perspective. This is life, baby. This is real life. So, the life is more important in this game, but there's so many lessons to be learned in this game. And so, like I said, Colorado versus USC at Colorado. Colorado's 3-1. USC is 4-0. The game's at noon. The superstars that'll be there: LeBron, Jay-Z, Will Ferrell. The television, everything is hyped when it's a home game in Colorado. I mean, what was it? Last time they had a home game in Colorado, Lil Wayne brought out the team. This week, what will we see this week? You know what I mean? It's like Deion has created must-see TV for college football, which is crazy. So, my prediction this week, my prediction is Colorado 31, USC 28. Good night. Good night. Good night. I'm picking Colorado to win. Good night.